It's singles action today on Schmoedown, and what appears to be Schmoedown's version of WWF's Good Friends, Better Enemies pay-per-view from In Your House 10, I believe. Unless I'm completely butchering that. Jeannine the Machine and Stacy Howard were once part of what appeared to be an inseparable bond and an inseparable faction that was managed by Jay Washington. However, earlier this year, Stacy Howard kind of shocked a lot of people by revealing that she was now joining Mike Kalinowski's Corruption. And this has quickly brewed into one of the bigger rivalries in Schmoedown. At the free-for-all, Jeannine the Machine got the upper hand on Stacy, as both showed up late in the free-for-all, but neither one of them were able to come out on top in the event. This is the first time they'll be going head-to-head in singles, one-on-one. Technically, they did play in that triple threat match at the Collision last year that also featured Mark Andreyko. This is the first time they're going to go head-to-head against each other. So who's going to come out on top today? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. So, Stacy Howard and Jeannine the Machine. These are two players that are pretty similar in strengths, pretty similar in gameplay, pretty similar in pretty much about everything that they've accomplished so far in Schmoedown. The only real thing that really sets them apart is the fact that Stacy's had a much more elongated career. She's come close to breaking through that glass ceiling of being one of the top tier players. However, lately in the singles division, she's kind of gone through a bit of a funk. Jeannine the Machine has kind of had a little bit of a roller coaster. She started out 2-0, then has also had the same kind of fate. She's kind of gone through a bit of a slump as well. So both really desperately need a win today in this singles competition. Now, as I said in the opener, both took part in the free-for-all. Both at one point were at the table at the same time, and Jeannine ended up getting the upper hand, being part of a table that eliminated Stacy Howard from the event. It's very interesting to see how this will play out because, as I said, they both kind of have pretty similar strengths. It's pretty much just going to come down to who gets the right categories at the right time. I think personally momentum is a big deal, and I think that free-for-all performance by Jeannine, I think, really helped her out. She was ultimately in the final four after being in the table that eliminated Stacy. Unfortunately, she wasn't quite able to get over the hump of the likes of JTE, Dan Burrell, and William the Beast Bibiani, which obviously is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to Schmoedown royalty. The fact that she was able to hang with them for a good while is testament to how far Jeannine has come. Stacy, unfortunately, probably did not have the showing at the free-for-all that she would have liked, but as I mentioned in my last reaction, very few players, I think, had the performances at the free-for-all that they would have liked. The depth of the free-for-all, I think, really prohibited quite a good chunk of really, really good players from being able to do a lot of damage in this year's free-for-all. So going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top here. It's really kind of hard to pick a winner here because since their strengths are so similar, it's pretty much just a pick 'em. As I said, it's pretty much just a matter of who gets the right categories and when. Both really do need wins. I think if I'm looking at this correctly, I think both of them are on a 3-game losing streak in the singles division. So this would be really, actually, no. If I look at this, let me look at this again. No, Stacy has lost 2 matches in a row. Jeannine has lost 3 in a row, and so that's it's really kind of surprising considering Jeannine has really played well in a lot of her singles matches. She just hasn't been able to get over the hump lately. I'm gonna root for Jeannine to win this match because I don't think Stacy will be as hurt as much by the loss because just joining Corruption, she has some leeway. She's got a safety net to fall back on being part of that faction. Also, the fact that, well, fans are not aware of who Stacy's partner is. I, however, am. So it's really going to be kind of interesting to see how she fares in this match leading into her partner coming in very soon. I've heard rumors and rumblings. Well, not rumors. I've heard rumblings of what many people would like to see happen, which is basically after this match, set up another match between Jeannine and Ethan, who are of course now known as Time Machine, as we found out at the free for all, and they would debut in their team match against Stacy and her partner. Me personally, I hope they don't do that. I don't want them to do that right away. I would like to see both of them get at least one match under their belts first, and potentially both get the wins, and then when they're both 1-0, then have them play each other. I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, Jeannine's got Ethan, it wouldn't be really a competitive match. However, me knowing who Stacy Howard's partner is, I have no hesitation to say that it would be a very competitive match, and would pretty much be a toss-up. Hopefully that's not giving anything away, but yeah, I think Stacy Howard will make them a force to be reckoned with in the team competition. But enough talking about the future. Let's talk about the present, which was affected because of the past. Present, past, future jokes by JTH. Can I stoop any lower? The answer is yes, I could stoop much lower, but we're not going to get into that. So, without further ado, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. April 13th.
The odd couple, Jeff Snyder and Mark Andreyko, heading to Chicago.
Even though they're odd, they are capable of working together.
Jeff,
they're forced to be
Mark,
with, and you can
Andreyko, as I mean by Mark. Mark Riley and Ben Bateman. I met all 3 of them at the free-for-all. And met Roxy, for that matter.
Goal I want. I can't wait to beat Bateman again.
There's no way I'm going to get nervous on that stage. I was born to compete. I was born to perform.
And met Tom. So I met everybody that is a part of this match. I sadly did not meet Alex Damon. Alex Damon was not there.
All day, every day. It's hard to stump me. Riley's a legend, okay? He's on Mount Rushmore, and I'm lucky enough to play with somebody with class, a true champion who's taught me a lot about this game.
And I'm going to give him a show in
Pink
Chicago.
hair. What the hell are you wearing, Jeff?
Get your tickets now. The Schmoedown.
Who's the boss versus to be determined? Really?
Stacy, hey.
Oh.
Why did you leave? Especially for white bread. I mean, we were always making fun of that guy backstage. We were a family. You were like my big sister in this league. We were always cheering each other on. Like, what went wrong?
Oh my God, this is like an ex blowing up my phone. Listen, I know what's really going on here, and you're scared.
No, that's not it. I just want you to come back to our family, please.
You're scared.
Listen, that's not it. I think you seem to be forgetting who was out first in that triple threat match. So if this is how it has to be, if this is what you want, corruption.
Whoa. Listen. Whoa. You said you could handle all this?
Hey, Jay.
You could be easy with
A Black
it.
Panther.
She's too far gone.
No.
She's too far gone.
What are you doing? You are at this point, like, you are gone.
I think we're just wasting our time, Jay.
Jay, baby, Jay.
Yeah, I know. But why are we
Hey, what's going on here, B-Team? I can't get rid of you people. What the heck? We have things to do. We're busy. Look, you had your chance with Stacy. You blew it. You gotta move on. Although I do love this mopey look on you guys. It's real cute. We have things to do.
Is the Partridge family having a reunion? Why is she here? No. Listen, this is... You know what? All seriousness, at this point,
Oh,
Somebody check the regulations.
gonna beat some players' ass. Well, somebody's ass might get beat, but let's end it there. Hello, Emma. Hello, Christian. Half the gang's here, but I accept the replacement.
Commissioner, the team's commissioner, and she runs the patron. It is the Golden Mike. Emma Fife is here, everybody.
Thank you very much, Christian. It's great to be here for this match, which is, I mean, there's no other way of putting it other than it is a grudge match.
Oh, it is
grudge.
It is former teammates.
Such a strong word.
They were super.
But surprisingly fitting.
Jeannine and Stacy, for a very long time, part of the Viper squad. It was Stacy who was almost like the big sister to Jeannine. And yes, like you said, it is a grudge match because after New York, Jeannine the Machine, by the way, the crowd was with her and really excited for her to be there. And they
shame I couldn't make it. Had plans to be able to get there, and had to unfortunately go out last minute, which was unfortunate because I really wanted to see that.
So great in New York, so I would have thought for sure that they would have returned, and Stacy would have been welcoming them with open arms, excited to maybe team up with Jeannine again and go at it, but not the case.
No, it is not the case. What seems to have happened is that there was somebody talking to Stacy. Some would say maybe
had to make a phone call.
To be someone you're very familiar with, and that's Grace Hancock.
Certainly have a history with Grace.
Grace Hancock has said that she has seen the greatness in Stacy, that Jeannine and Jay had been ignoring that, and now Stacy had joined corruption. Now, a lot of people, I have to ask you before we start here, is that they've been wild accusations already about Grace, saying things that she had done for Roxy, things that she was trying to do with Eric Zipper, and just she's moving, manipulating. Can you confirm or deny any of this?
Here's the thing is, listen, I've heard a lot of people taking issue with some of Grace's behavior, and I'm not saying that I don't believe it. I personally haven't witnessed anything for myself that is breaking any rules. From my perspective.
But you're not saying she didn't. You just don't.
I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just saying
I plead the fifth.
I haven't seen her do it.
Right.
And as far as I can see, she is just managing her team. She is looking out for the best interests of her faction, and that's something that, as somebody who formerly was a manager of a faction, I have to respect.
Well, you bring that up, and what I thought of as this is going on, can you imagine if this was Rachel Cushing versus Clark Wolf right now, and how your heart would be breaking?
Oh, God. Why you gotta say that, Christian? Right now. Oh, you're so terrible.
Ready to do battle. It's gonna be. There was a lot of words said, and we're gonna show you right now.
Stace, listen, I am so glad to see you. Okay, we already got Ethan and Jeannine together.
Yeah, Jay's working on finding you right there. You know what, Jay? I know your game. Congratulations to your success in New York, to the both of you. Where was I in that picture? I'm the most underrated player in this game, okay?
I know.
I've been putting my work in for years. And what have you given me? What belts do I have? You know what? I don't need you guys anymore. I have a new family. I found a place.
And so it begins.
We're at a point I really didn't want us to be at. Now it's you versus Stacy, and this isn't upsetting, it hurts. Stacy was my friend. Her and Brienne brought me into this. Brienne leaves, she's gone from the league. She goes with Mike first, and then Stacy follows suit.
What is it about Mike?
I'm hurt. You're furious. This is just weird.
Let me tell you a little something about me. Just because this isn't a face that you've always seen doesn't mean that I haven't been behind the scenes handling things here. I've been scouting this girl for a very long time, and those bozos are sweating and freaking out for very good reason, because Stacy is a champion.
You see, I don't know.
I can't do that.
They put in your skull. I get you got the redhead connection going with Grace, but I don't believe that's her
Can't
real
do that.
color.
I can't do the eyebrow stuff.
He's just there because it looks good for an older man to have two beautiful younger women with him.
What we offered Stacy when we said, come on over to corruption, and Grace was calling me, she was saying, this is someone we have to pull in. What we offered is a difference and the edge. All you have to do is go out there, Stacy, and take what is yours.
Jeannine, you got a job to do, baby. It's up to you. This is in your ball. This is the ball in your court now. You got to beat her ass, basically, because this got to shut her down.
You know, Jeannine, you said that we were friends, that we're family. You know what? Friends and family, they don't leave their family members behind, okay? They look after their own. They take care of each other.
Yeah, I tried talking to her. I tried appealing to her sympathies as a redhead, but none of it worked. She's too far gone.
So here's what's gonna go down today, okay? Jeannine, you're gonna come out and you're gonna try your hardest, okay? And your hardest isn't gonna be enough. It's my day.
Look, Stacy, I tried. I really did. But it's all business now. It's us versus corruption. I need a win, and if it has to be you, that's just how it has to be. So, let's do this.
Well, Stacy, corruption, all the rest of y'all, it's pretty much only two things you can do about it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And deal with it. Damn it.
Damn it, this hurts.
You're not supposed to say it hurts. Ruined the catchphrase. I ruined lots of catchphrases.
Look, shots are fired. If you see the clips leading up to this, how we got here, it was heartbreaking to see when they were all together. They had that triple threat match that they both competed in the first time they ever competed against each other. Jeannine had the better round.
Funny they never mentioned that.
Winning that whole
I mean, they mentioned it in the promo. They didn't mention it in the match, though.
So there is some revenge here to be had, and it's
JTE, Jonathan Harris. Oh, no.
Always come in with a very strong personality and point of view, and it'll be interesting.
I've already said my piece about that, though.
Today, especially now that they
Watch my last reaction if you didn't see it. I kind of go into a pretty lengthy discussion about that.
Some notable accomplishments for our competitors. Jeannine the Machine, she was a Rookie of the Year nominee. She was part of the first New York Live event, and she also has been in the big triple threat match during Collider Collision. Stacy Howard also part of that big Collider Collision match. She was
known for great entrances. Well, why didn't we put the same thing with Jeannine? That doesn't seem very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Christian. Too bad I said it first. I win.
I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. It didn't. There, yay, there it is. You tricked me.
Led to the ring by her manager, the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington. She is the
Very strange music. It does not ring a bell.
with a record of 2-3, 1 knockout. Jeannine
Is not the music that I listen to. I'm sure that shocks you.
What's going on here? I heard lots of yelling and screaming, but no Jeannine.
Oh, I think a picture is gonna get ripped.
Oh man, look at
Gonna
that.
rip it. Yeah. Wow. Ripped it like a ruined bracket. Been a long time since I used that. I didn't use that GIF one time during the NCAA tournament. I just realized that. I'm embarrassed now.
Stacy just wasn't having it.
Yeah.
And her opponent, representing Corruption, she is the number 11 ranked.
I've heard that thing. Oh, it's Greatest Showman. Can't believe it took me that long to remember that. Me dumb. As if people are surprised. I'm gonna show off the complete Corruption clothing line. Oh, that's not corruption at all.
look, Grace is something else.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
really
there's just there's some kinship between redheads. That's what I'm sensing.
Kinship.
Stacey and Grace, anyway.
Thus far, corruption having an
I don't have any kinship with people with sexy ass beards.
Yeah.
Obviously, the team.
I don't know why.
Now the singles match, the grudge match is about to get underway, and round number 1 is going to work like this. The competitors will have 8 questions. 8 questions worth 1 point apiece, 15 seconds.
Marker test, because I had a match a little while back where probably used about 5 markers during a match because none of them freaking worked.
Ready.
The machine, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All right.
The marker works.
Okay, here we go. All right, first one is from Action Adventure. Action Adventure. Which film in the Indiana Jones franchise involves a secret location called the Well of Souls?
I like those Indiana Jones movies. It's,
I love
most of them
them
are pretty
too.
good. We like to forget the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull existed. We
What
just
movie?
kind of sweep that one. Exactly.
Never heard of it.
Precisely.
5, 4, 3,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
1, and Stacy?
Temple of Doom?
Oh.
Correct, Jeannine?
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh.
For Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh.
Raiders of the
Right.
Lost Ark. All right.
Swing and a miss from both competitors.
Next
All
one.
right.
This is a very hard question.
You mean
Number 2.
me winning?
Category of
Ah!
films. In The Goonies, what is the name of the Fratelli brother that Chuck befriends?
Oh.
That is
I did not watch
if you
Goonies
wanna
very
just
much.
Encapsulate what it meant to be a kid in the 80s. I feel like Goonies is maybe
5.
you'll be disappointed in your own childhood.
2, 4, 3.
Oh, repeat the question.
All right, first one.
In The Goonies, what is the name of the Fratelli brother that Chunk befriends?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Stacy.
Oh, I think I misheard it. I said chunk.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Sloth.
Sloth
That
is
is
correct.
correct.
Oh.
Okay.
Sloth is correct.
Stacy.
Okay. All right, so here's your next
Chuck was in the question. You heard the question twice.
Dramas.
You messed up.
Who played Sonny Wartzik in the 1975 drama Dog Day Afternoon? Big fan of the Dog Day Afternoon. You ever seen it?
No, I actually haven't seen Dog Day Afternoon. I have seen dogs on a day in the afternoon, though.
4. That's good. 3, 2, 1. Jeannine.
Al Pacino.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no.
Stacy.
Al Pacino.
No.
All right.
Wrong. I'm so wrong.
Question number 4 in the category of animated.
There we go.
In Disney's Dumbo, what is the name of Dumbo's mouse
Oh,
friend?
good thing I just saw this.
Live action? The mouse friend doesn't do jack crap.
Really? That's just
I saw the movie too. The mouse doesn't do jack crap.
Just taken away.
Maybe Burton isn't. 4, 3,
Timothy.
2, 1, and Jeannine.
Didn't have it.
Oh.
Stacy.
I said Gus.
That is from
Cinderella,
We
yes.
were looking for Timothy. Timothy Q. Mouse.
I like how Emma was like, I know that one.
At least the middle name was not J, because J is the middle initial of everything. Homer J. Simpson, Bullwinkle J. Moose, Rocket J. Squirrel.
Fantasy sci-fi.
I don't get it.
Sci-fi. Here we go.
What is it about J?
What was the name of the
JTH?
second film in the Matrix trilogy?
That was the first movie that I saw legally that was rated R when I turned 17.
Walked out of.
That I walked
Yeah.
I should've
Hopefully
done
you
that.
didn't see it very long.
3.
The Matrix Reloaded.
1. Pens down, Stacy.
The Matrix Reloaded.
It is.
Correct.
Jeannine.
The Matrix Reloaded.
Okay, Jeannine
Right.
keeps that lead. Up by 1. Next
All
one.
right. Question number 6 in the category of comedies. Name
Yeah.
one of the 2 actors that played the sarcastic a cappella competition announcers in the Pitch Perfect trilogy.
Ooh.
The actor?
Yeah,
Yes.
either
don't
one
know.
of them. Pitch Perfect. Actually,
Just
that was
gonna
quite
name
similar to
someone
my
that sounds
competitions.
very Pitch Perfect
Yeah,
like.
Acapella was
I
big.
know you and I
James
don't-
Madison
I think-
University.
5.
I think I actually might know one now. Too late
3,
now. I'll say Jason Bateman.
1, and Jeannine.
Elizabeth Banks.
Correct.
Stacy.
Elizabeth Banks.
Correct.
Oh.
Also accepted John Michael Higgins.
Oh,
John
not
Michael
even
Higgins.
close.
Next one. 90.
Jason Bateman. He just wants his Taco Bell delivered
90
for free.
teen drama starred Tyrone Turner, Jada Pinkett, Lorenz Tate, and Samuel L. Jackson. The 90s.
Let's.
The 90s Avengers. No, not even close.
It's not a spoiler. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know.
1. Stacy.
Do the right thing.
It's incorrect. And Jeannine didn't have it. Looking for menace to society. Menace to society. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, then you get up here.
Society.
Stacy.
Roman numeral
It's not
2.
your match. Be quiet.
Oh,
right.
Stacy yelling at her former manager. Yelling at Jay Washington, telling her to keep it shut.
You need to cool it.
Final question in round number 1. Question number 8. The category is horror/thriller.
Oh dear.
Who directed Gone Girl? Gone Girl filmed some pickup shots on the Universal lot in the Metro sets.
While you were singing your Pitch Perfect
While I was
song.
singing my Pitch Perfect song in Courthouse Square. Yeah.
4, 3.
Let's go 1, not even close.
2,
James Wan.
Penn,
Wrong.
And Jeannine.
Ben Affleck?
No.
No.
And Stacy.
David Fincher.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Stacy
Oh.
ties the game up. So now round number
I think I got
begins. We are tied at 4.
3.
And round number 2, the competitors are going to spin the
If
wheel.
that.
They will
Maybe
spin,
maybe 2.
They will spin the
Look
wheel.
at that even score up there. What's that?
Wow.
Yeah. Why aren't you winning?
The competitors will
Stacy.
spin the wheel. And if it lands on a category they do not like, they can spin again, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. But there will be
Tied.
4 questions.
I'm sure that
4
shocks
questions,
nobody.
2 points apiece. Unless they go to multiple choice, then it goes down to 1 point. There are steals available in this round. Jeannine has 2 JTEs left, and Stacy has 3. Both have their challenges. Tie game here. Stacy Howard is the higher ranked, so she can choose. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
You're going to go second.
right.
Jeannine, please spin from the wheel, not the pegs, and here we go.
And while we're on the category of the wheel itself and the categories you might spin therein, we do have 2 sponsored Patreon slices on the wheel today. They are Jim Henson and Crime Movies. We will say the names of those
Crime
patrons
Movies.
should those slices be spun and kept by our competitors.
All right, good. Here we go. There's the spin. Jeannine gives you the spin.
The spin is in. The spin is in. No Ken Knapsack. Only he's probably off to the side. He's way off to the side. Modern classics.
What's she going to do?
It,
Spinning away from modern classics.
nobody likes modern classics. Nobody must like Back to the Future. Brad Gilmore does not approve.
See what happens.
What it's going to hit. But it goes, it's going past. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
That's big.
Romantic comedies. That is a strong category.
Like that. All right, I will ask the questions here in the category of rom-coms. Here we go. 4 questions.
At least I won't have to worry about answering any of these.
Blonde. The resume that Elle gives to Callahan is printed on pink paper. What else is it that, according to
It's
Elle,
scented.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did not give me a chance to finish the question. That is very rude of you.
Film Trainwreck.
Brie Larson.
That's correct.
Captain Marvel.
In Bridget Jones's diary, Bridget is invited to what she thinks is a costume party. What does she dress up as?
A Playboy bunny.
Thank you, Jeannine.
Wiping it up.
I would have gotten that in about
Question here, last
4 or
question.
5 years.
Nick Cannon's Love Don't Cost a Thing is a remake of what 80s rom-com?
Can't Buy Me Love.
Correct.
Can't buy me love.
Comedies.
Love.
Category that she is going to be strong in, or she can be in serious trouble here. Here is the spin by Stacy as she makes her way. But what
That was an okay round.
You saw why, and then Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Spun it with force. Ding!
I mean, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that Jeannine is extremely good at romantic comedies, and whew, man, did she ever prove it. So Stacy is definitely going to need a strong category here.
Jay Washington was screaming for opponent's choice.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Ew.
comedy. Gotta give you a count. You gonna stick with it?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start with comedies here. Emma, are you ready to
I am ready to do this. All right. Stacy, first question category of comedies. What classic comedy features the characters Danny Noonan, Ty Webb, and Carl Spackler?
Clueless.
That is incorrect. Jeannine for the steal? All right, looking for Caddyshack.
Oh.
Caddyshack. All right, next question. Who plays Larry Valentine in I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry?
Oh, Kevin James.
Five.
It's Adam Sandler.
It is not Adam Sandler. Jeannine?
Kevin James. That stupid
5,
name.
4, 3, 2,
Kevin.
1.
Ugh.
All right.
Really close, Jeannine. We were looking for Kevin James.
The worst president in movie history.
All right, moving on. Okay, next question. What did the Wet Bandits change their name to in Home Alone 2?
The Sticky Bandits. We're the Sticky Bandits.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, the Sticky Bandits?
Yes.
B, the Tacky Bandits?
No.
C, the Dirty Bandits?
No.
Or D, the Slippery Bandits?
No.
5.
The Slippery Bandits?
No.
Incorrect.
The Sticky Bandits.
That is
Oh.
correct. 1 point steal. All right.
Yikes.
Final
Yikes.
question,
This
category
took
of
a...
comedy. Who plays Ellie Wagner, who, along with her husband, becomes the foster parent to 3 children in 2018's Instant Family?
Rose Byrne.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right.
Hanging in.
Needed that. That was,
This is the thing, though. It's the third round.
Yikes.
Jeannine sees herself with a 7-point lead going into the third round. Stacy Howard's going to have a really strong third round here in order to keep this game going. But the way it works is that the competitors will choose from...
I know I said it would come down to who got what category and when, but
third one is 5
damn,
points.
didn't think I would be
Start with Jeannine, who has the lead here.
that
Jeannine,
right.
please pick 3
It's
numbers.
not at
3,
all
6,
what I...
and 9.
3, 6,
Not at all
9,
what I
4,
thought would
9, and
happen.
Stacy.
7, 12, 16.
7, 12, and 16 for Stacy. Stacy will start here with number 7. I got it. Stacy, are you ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Famous actors and actresses.
What about non-famous actors and actresses?
Is your 2-pointer. This is your 2-pointer. Which Ocean 11's actor appeared in the film Cool World?
There's a lot of actors in Ocean's 11. So.
George Clooney.
5, 4.
Don Cheadle.
Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Brad Pitt. All right, so Stacy needs to hit this one. If Stacy does not hit this, Jeannine will win via TKO. Here it is. We are going to number 12 here, Stacy. Family films. Family films. All right, here we go. Family films. Okay. Which character does John Ratzenberg voice in the Toy Story franchise?
Ham.
5, 4, 3,
It's the Mr. Pig.
2. And you're by way of technical knockout, Jeannine.
That was a butt whooping.
There is no doubt about that. I mean,
She said it was all business.
and she meant it. She cracked that little smirk when she spun romantic comedies, but other than that, she was stone-faced the entire time. And man,
Well, she was cracked that smirk because she knew she had it.
That's
she knew
true.
that romantic comedies was a strength, and she hit it, and she finds herself right back in those rankings. She now 3-3. She has 2 knockouts now. That's an impressive win over Stacy. And Stacy and Corruption, I have a funny feeling, are not going to be thrilled in that post interview because Stacy didn't even shake Jannine's hand. She was just
I think not.
off the field.
yeah, I mean, the Corruption is they're an interesting force. It'll be I'm curious to see what happens in terms of their attitude towards Stacy after her loss today.
Well, we will find out because Jen Sturger is back with Jeannine and Stacy. Here we go.
What's up, guys? I'm backstage with Corruption and Stacy Howard. Stacy, that was still a really great match. I know that there was a lot of emotions going through your head out there with Jay Washington trying to psych you guys out. How are you feeling about your team member here?
Well, Jennifer, let me tell you how we're feeling. We're feeling okay. We're feeling fine. Did we want to win? Well, of course. That's the point of the game, but we don't freak out after one loss. We don't believe in flash in the pans. That's for the fans to get hyped about one big win and then it just flitters away. We are not just a flash of gold in a pan. We are the gold mine. And sometimes it takes a while to dig deep and find the gold that is down there. And Stacy, we're going to rebuild. We're going to keep going. We're not done. She knows it. She's still confident. I've never said anything bad about Jeannine. I believe in Jeannine's talent. I don't know if I believe in Jay as much as Jay needs to believe in himself, but I'm happy for both of them. Big win. They can celebrate. They can go get a cupcake and maybe a raspberry phosphate after. So happy for both of them trying so hard today, and it paid off, but that's just one.
Stacy, do you regret sticking with comedies? I mean, that's such a broad category. I feel like if you would have gotten romantic comedies, you probably could have run the board just like Jeannine did.
Oh, absolutely. Every single question she got, I knew. Those were softball questions. Mine were very difficult. I didn't know all of them. I didn't know a lot of them. Hell, those were super hard. Who's ever said Cool World? What the F is that? What is that? Come on. But you know what? It's fine, okay? Because I'm going to get another match. I'll win. And then I'm coming back for Jeannine. This isn't over, not by a long shot.
And I mean, we're still obviously left in the dark right now about who your partner's going to be.
Well, I'm not.
Sure Grace has something pretty amazing cooked up for you. Still not giving me that exclusive? We gave you a mic for a reason.
I'm still not giving you the exclusive, Jen.
Then how did I get it?
And I'm back with Jeannine the Machine. I mean, I think today you proved that you can live up to your moniker, rom-coms. I mean, is there anything you don't know about that category?
Very few little things. I was very happy to get rom-coms. It's my thing, and I've been pretty lucky with the wheel, so this was no different.
And I'm sure being out there, you know, looking across the table at your old teammate, that had to bring up some emotions for you out there.
Maybe yesterday, but today's a new day. It's all business now, so it is what it is.
Jay, how did you prepare her for this match? Because like I said, there has to be, like, there's just that underlying thing, you know, having it be your former teammate sitting across the table from you and talking a lot of smack, let's be clear.
Yeah, it's a little difficult in this situation. Normally, I go out there, there's a certain Jay Washington that hits this curtain that goes out and is with whoever, whether it be Jeannine, Ethan, even
doing all that.
Stacy, and it's a certain way. But when it's Stacy, somebody you consider a friend, and you realize you have to put all that to the side, and like Jeannine said, it's now business. There's no more family to this. It's business, and business was taken care of. We saw what happened in round 2. Both of them have the same strength, romantic comedies. Stacy said, hey, I'm going to let her go first because she thought she was going to get steals. Well, you can't steal something in a category somebody knows back and forth. And so that ended up being ultimately her demise.
Absolutely. And let's be clear, you put on a hell of a show in New York against Chance. And so having played another member of Corruption, does this feel like it's validating you and lifting you back up after New York?
Oh, definitely. I was so ready to take on Corruption for a second time and get that win. I definitely needed a W here, and I made it happen. I had to make it happen.
You know, again, let's go back to the leather jacket boy. You know, that thick-ass coat that he wears. That was a fluke, his victory. We all know this because of the question. And now she beat another member of Corruption. That's 2 down. That kind of makes her the Corruption killer. I would say Corruption Killer and Crusher, but that's KKK, and we're black, and we can't do that moniker together. We just can't, so it just won't happen. But nonetheless, that makes her able to take her down. And Stacy did want to challenge Jeannine again, and that's fine. We'll take you if you climb back up the ranks.
Again,
you know, you're like the number 12,
sorry,
12th ranked competitor, or maybe 13th. But you have to work your way back up to this. And I'm sorry, it hurts, and it's the truth. But maybe Grace can school you and skill you on some things besides just how to keep red hair red. Or maybe Ken can show you how to hit the ground on one knee and struggle to get back up. Or maybe Chance can show you what Salvation Army to buy a coat from. And Mike can just go cry in a corner when he loses. I mean, things like that happen.
And today, you know, I hope I just showed her that she chose wrong.
Sometimes people make bad decisions, and that bad decision was challenging the machine.
So let's be clear. You are open to a rematch, though.
Oh, definitely. Anytime.
But she got to work her way up.
Well, look, actually, you know, the funny thing is Corruption very supportive over Stacy, and Stacy was, for the most part, silent and really teasing that teammate.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
teasing that teammate of who that teammate's going to be, and then they're kind of calling out Jeannine and Ethan down the line of those teams matching up. Well, we don't know who her teammate is.
I do.
I'm confident if you're going to call out Jeannine and Ethan.
I mean, Jeannine and Ethan are for sure going to be a huge force to be reckoned with. I cannot wait to see them team up and take people on. I mean, Jeannine, once again in the match today, proves that she is one of the strongest up-and-coming competitors that we have in the league, and she's been in it for a year now.
You're
so
right.
she's really got some experience under her belt, and it has done a world of good for her. But I mean, I gotta hand it to Corruption that you know, they like to keep you guessing.
Well, they keep you guessing, but they stuck with their player.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, Jay Washington obviously wasn't taking a lot of shots at Corruption, which is good. You know, they took the victory. But what I will say is now Jeannine finds herself right back in the dance. Because now she is 3-3, and she is, look, this singles division is wide open right now, and Jeannine is now getting back up on those ranks, puts herself in probably close to the top 10 here, and now we're going to see some big matches. Who is she going to play next? You know, there were names that were thrown out there, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much for this match.
I'd like to see Jeannine and Draco play next. That would be like the next chapter of what happened last year at Collision.
Go to triviasd.com, download all these episodes podcast-wise, and make sure that you join the Patreon today. You get to talk to Emma. You get to talk to so many different competitors. There's so many different tiers out there that are right for you. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/Schmoedown. And don't forget about the live events. We are coming to Chicago. We're going to Houston.
Hey, the thing's updated now.
Yay! Get your tickets for the commish. Emma Fife, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you next time.
Yo, hey, good to see you.
Waiting right at the door.
Startled, big black dude. We'll get past it.
No, it's just you. You're clearly waiting for me. Let's just.
I just need to listen to the chase. I'm not running. I appreciate everything you're doing now as commissioner, right? Trying to clean up after the mess that Thad had. But however, Corruption, like, they stronger than ever, and all this is happening, and they still running around here. And then you got Grace coming out of nowhere. And here's the problem. I think Grace poisoned Stacy's mind to go ahead and leave. Like, why is she here? I think she's the one who told Roxy to deal with all this stuff with the Odd Couple. Like, why are we doing this? Why are you letting this happen?
Well, because I'm giving Grace a chance. She hasn't done anything thus far to break any rules to justify me kicking her out. So, listen, if anybody understands having an issue with Grace, it's me. She definitely stabbed me in the back in the past. I am willing to believe that she has turned over a new leaf.
She get baptized or something? Because that's the only way she'll turn over a new leaf, whatever. That is Grace. She is not Grace Corruption. Corruption, Grace. They go hand in hand, Emma.
They're a faction. I can't tell people to not have a faction. I used to manage a faction, Jay.
You have to remind me of that. But you're doing great as a commissioner. Speaking of which, I got Ethan and Jeannine, and they need a match.
Yeah, they'll have a match.
So with who? So they can prepare.
There's going to be a match against a team because they'll be competing in the team league of the Schmoedown, and I will let you know who that is very soon.
Yeah, which means you know now, so I would like to know. Emma, can you tell me who, please? Who?
Sounding like an owl, Jay. Sounding like that owl from the old Tootsie Pop commercial. Yeah, that was quite a butt whooping there. That was not at all what I was expecting was going to happen. Stacy, she just has kind of gotten into this funk where she just has not had a lot of things go her way in these singles matches. I don't know if it's nerves, really. I was kind of surprised because I thought the whole manner in why she joined Corruption was to get away from like the spotlight and the entrances and all that and be all business, and then she comes out with the Greatest Showman thing. I thought that was a little unusual, and I don't really know what it was. I know it was just a matter of getting, wrong category, wrong time, wrong player, spinning the right category. It was just it's one of those cases. So Jeannine is back to 500. As I said earlier, I would like to see Jeannine play Marky and Draco. I think that would be a good follow-up to what happened last year. And I think two evenly matched players. I think both of them with a win could get back into a bit more of the discussion in the singles title picture. Obviously, we're going to get that number one contender triple threat match next week with Bibiani and Ethan Irwin and John Roca, which, in a way, I kind of think Bibiani is kind of the favorite right now. He just has so much momentum going into this match with his ungodly free-for-all performance. Like, he kind of did the same thing last year. He used that free-for-all performance last year and just used that momentum to carry him throughout the season, and ultimately became the champion last year. He could potentially do the same thing this year with that momentum that he has from that free-for-all performance this year. The only difference is I think he'll probably use his number one contender's spot this year on his team, critically acclaimed, simply because of, again, as I pointed out, how deep the team division is. There's just so many great teams, and we're getting so many more great teams that you really need to try and stay in the title discussion at all times, at all costs. So, what I would actually like to see happen, as I kind of mentioned before, they're doing, the Ethan and Jeannine team. We know about Stacy and mystery partner. That's not a mystery to me, but as I said, I'd like to see both those teams play, some miscellaneous teams, get their victories, go to 1-0, and then they can play each other when they're both potentially 1-0, have their match, and then whoever comes out on top in that match, maybe Bibiani will use his number one contender's spot on the winner of that match. Because then it's a rightfully deserved team. They're playing a team that's 2-0, whether it's Jeannine and Ethan's team or whether it's Stacy and her partner's team. Critically acclaimed versus a 2-0 team, number one contender match. To me, it makes sense. I don't know if they would go that route, but that's something I potentially like to see. So, why am I still wearing that? I have no idea. Yeah. So, it was a fun match. Unfortunately, the result was not as close as I was hoping or expecting. But, yeah, that's a big win for Jeannine. And looking forward to seeing where she goes from there. So, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first and like their content. It's the right thing to do. Follow me on social media at WWEJTH1 on Twitter. And you can find me on the Facebook page for Movie Trivia Schmoedown with me and many, many other fans of Schmoedown. Join the Patreon group if you can. It goes a long way. You can join the Discord group with the fellow Patreon users. And feel free to look at the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website, triviasd.com, and follow the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitter page at the Schmoedown. But until next time, we're going to get into that JTE Jonathan Harris singles match that I'm dreading to start next week. I've said my piece about that in the last reaction. It's a bummer, but we're going to get it. I'm dreading the reaction. I'm dreading what's going to play out, but I'll be here, and I'll react to it, and you can see me then. So until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and until that, I bid you adieu-adieu.